All right. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let's find some key levels, support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever you want to call them. Let's find these levels for our future trading. Futures will be starting in like 2 hours. And I have not had time to chart. So we're going to chart together. And I'm going to put the key level lines, look at the number scale on the right hand side to see where those levels are exactly. Okay. So let's get to it. Resistance, support, support, and support. As you guys know, I like to have 4 lines for my support and resistance. It just works better, especially for, the MNQ, the ES, gold. Maybe not oil, oh so much, but overall I like the 4. And once you put these lines in, if you want, like I have these boxes that say resistance. I mean, you can go in and put those in if you want. It's just um the lines are easier. So, but it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It's an area that has been rejected or tested a few times and is either going against it or with it. So that's basically it. So it could either be a box or it could be a line. It does not matter. So those are my levels, which are right here on the right hand side of MNQ. I will leave it here for a second so that you can see it. All right, next, gold. Gold is, like I've been stating, has been on a terror. It's just been in an uptrend. So if you're playing short, you're getting short, momentarily. It hasn't really broke a key level for it to, be short quite yet. So, pullbacks is when you play it. So if it pulls back, then you look to go long on it. And here are the levels for gold. And like I said, if you want to put the rectangle there, you can. It doesn't matter. All right. Next is MES. MES. All right. So there is MES. Remember, key levels are the white lines that are highlighted. These will be your targets. Next is going to be oil. This is what I got for oil. Next is going to be the Russell. That's what I got for Russell. I don't really like putting a line like right here, but you could if you want. So there it is with the 4 lines. But if you didn't, 3 lines is fine. And these 2 spots right here are fairly equal, price wise from each other. So that's the reason why I like the 3 on it. So you have key support, key resistance, key midline, which would be a support. If it pulls back down to this support and doesn't break it, we should be looking for it to head up to this resistance. Right now, it's kind of channeling. So for me, I'm going to be trading very light this week on everything: options, crypto, futures, and that's just because the election is this week and I'm not willing to risk that much capital. So I actually plan to play my future trades with only an eval. I am not playing any of my PA accounts. I do not want to risk those. So I'm only going to be using one eval account, and I want to say it's going to be a my funded future account. I'm going to open that up probably tonight and trade on that. And that is it. And I'm probably going to trade on that all week. So I'm basically not risking any of my PA accounts at all this week. So there'll be no trading on those. But if I get an Apex account, I'll basically play on those too. But that is it. So right now it's going to be, I'm just going to buy an eval, and it's going to be an eval account, and no risking PAs. All right. So these are the plays. These are the levels, and play what you are seeing, not what you think is going to happen. So right now, a lot of these charts, yes, overall they are bullish. Well, this one is bullish, but we don't want to just assume that this is going to stay bullish. So allow it to develop, allow it to form. Then you play what you see. If you see it falling down, even though your bias is bullish, then guess what? Play it short. So, play what you see, not what you want it to do or what you think it's going to do. Here is gold. Same thing, overall, if we're looking at this from a, bigger bias, this isn't an uptrend. Yes. But just because it's in an uptrend doesn't mean that it won't pull back on us. So, play careful. MES. MES's levels. Oil. And Russell. All right. So these are the levels. Like I said, guys, earlier, be careful playing. If you don't have to trade, don't trade. If you're risking a PA account, I wouldn't risk it this week. That's just my opinion on it. But, if you're ballsy, have fun with it. But if you can afford to get an eval and play with an eval with this type of market situation, then that's what you probably should do. It just doesn't make any sense to risk the account you worked hard for. Ultimately you worked hard to get a PA, and then to risk it on a trade that may not necessarily be a bad trade. It just might be just too wicky, or it's just not holding in the direction. So then you're forced to kind of scout, but you're losing on it. So I just say overall, just don't risk the ones that are your money makers. Risk an eval. All right. So good luck this week. I'm back at it full trading on the 11th. I just think that the market will be a little bit more stable after that, because we're going to know our decision of who's going to be our president. All right. So good luck and happy trading, guys.